It's Week 12 of the NFL. This one features Kareem Hunt. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs, next on Madden Football.
Now from a field that will host Super Bowl 58 come February, there's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. And this fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. Leading them out, still one of the most recognizable QBs in the game and one of the most fun QBs in his 5th season. It's Gardner Minshew.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Minshew sets to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowers. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. The Raiders at 10-1 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. And the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First and 10, here's Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Mahomes now on first down. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Pacheco. trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Max Crosby in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Brings up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
He just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally he has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Now Brown. Travis Kelce and the Chiefs set to take over again. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. Open man, it's the tight end Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And I don't think he got there? No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Mahomes. And incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. But that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it. Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. In motion left goes a tight end. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. A gain of 5. For the 1st down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And being able to set the tone early. Because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll go Madison up the middle.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah.
He's got him in. Complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyler Algier, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to move back in front. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's incomplete.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so wisely just gets rid of it.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw it, Minshew. That's caught by Myers. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards, the final tally. Algier now up the middle. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Alexander Madison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Carlson now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and he extends the lead to 21-8. That time, a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be taken down right away up near midfield at the 47. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. Mahomes to throw once more. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 1st down, and they'll start with Algier. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the full. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Oh, look at the catch there by Moore. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Minshew, 1st and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete. Looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that is incomplete. That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Off play action, it's Minshew. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. Algier going straight ahead. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Touchdown, Raiders! DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. .30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Broncos who are out in front. Josh Reynolds, a touchdown reception. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Dak Prescott, 4 touchdown passes in the victory.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. On the return is Peterson. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He gets it to Thomas. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Minshew. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Minshew. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. On the handoff, it's Madison. He juked him, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Minshew sets to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyler Algier, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. This game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Mahomes now on first down. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Mahomes throw here into the hands of Moore. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Now here's Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now back to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities. So far in this game, but right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds Hopkins complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here is 3rd down and 4. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here are the Raiders now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. That's caught left side. Myers with it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a carry for Algier, headed right. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Algier will try to pick it up. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Minshew's throw there complete to Myers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is what we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Mahomes now on first down. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Looking for Sky Moore that time, but it'll be second down. They go play fake. Mahomes to the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. On first down, Mahomes.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Mahomes now to throw. And he lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And Nick Bolton there on the tackle. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll stick with Algier. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. DeAndre Hopkins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff to Algier. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 5. Algier with another carry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On the give, it's Algier. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. On the ground, it's Algier. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They'll give to Algier out of the gun. It was Brian Cook who made the tackle.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second, here's Algier. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Rolling to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Algier going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off. The kick by Carlson is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they make. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. Now here's Mahomes. Got him. And a loose football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm? But this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Algier, brought down at the 20.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. 3rd down, here's Algier.
He stiff arms it.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with Algier.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Las Vegas,
they continue to keep pace for that 1st round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4.